So if you follow my channel at all, you know I thrift every day. I do it because it's my main dick because it's my main source of income. I thrift for a profit. I sell on eBay. Yesterday I found a silver spoon. I made a video on it last night. It was 83% silver. It's from 1910. It's Danish. Like 15 inches long. It weighed 164 grams. And so in silver scrap or silver weight, it's about $124. I picked it up for $6. Now, that spoon I will probably sell on eBay. It's going to be above the spot price. So something like that I'll probably end up selling for $150, $160, just because of the historical significance. I mean, the spoon was around, the spoon has been around before the Titanic sank, which is insane. And it's a very beautiful spoon. I'll probably clean it up a little bit. So that's the big score I found yesterday. We also stopped by a very small rummage sale, and I picked up some of these Mont Blanc rollerball refills in black. I paid the lady $1. It had 6 refills still in it. A lot of those just sold on eBay for $49.99 for a lot of 5 of them. So I was going to put mine at around $55. So that was a pretty cool little score. I'm currently headed back to the Goodwill today to see if I can find any more sterling. If you follow the price of silver or anything like that, you know it's going to jump because of the tariffs on both sides of the border, on, well, every side of the border. So I do have a feeling that silver or sterling, you know, the scrap price is going to go way up. And I can capitalize on that because I'll have, at that point, I'm estimating, you know, right now I estimate I have 13 pounds of sterling I've found in thrift stores in the past 6 months. You know, it's just finding, sometimes I'll find big silverware lots. Sometimes it'll be a hand mirror that weighs, you know, 300 grams. I found a couple sterling bowls that were pretty heavy. But that spoon was the most recent find. Before that, I found over $1,000 in sterling at a thrift store up north. That was pretty awesome. And so yeah, I'm just accumulating scrap sterling. Some of it is going to be for, you know, some of it I'm going to sell for more on eBay. You don't want to scrap, you know, 100-year-old sterling. You'll get more money for it if you sell it online. And so yeah, that's kind of my plan for today. Gonna hit probably 2 thrift stores. It's Sunday, so the other one I usually go to is closed, but my Goodwill, some Goodwills don't pop out a lot of stuff on Sundays, but mine does. They bust out carts all day on Sundays. So I'm hoping for some more silverware or you know, makeup compacts that are sterling, or even belt buckles. You know, I kind of go through the process. There's one aisle that has a lot of silver on it or sterling, so I'll go down that aisle and check first, which is also where the silverware is. Then I'll check everywhere, but then I'll, you know, look for the normal stuff to resell, like vintage toys. I like a lot of vintage toys, cameras. Don't overlook like, not super vintage cameras, but like Canon Sure Shots or Canon ELPHs or any sort of small digital camera from like the 2000s to 2010s. They're like going for extreme money right now. I don't understand why, but I found a bunch in the past 2 weeks. I got like 6 right now, and I'm gonna load those here soon on eBay. But man, I can't believe stuff like that's going outrageous in price. Those, they do mark up a little bit at the thrift. They're usually anywhere from $12 to $14.99, but you can get well over $100 for a lot of these little cheapy digital cameras. So yeah, other than that, I got a little sore throat. Sore throats don't really bother me a whole lot. It's just like a tickle in my throat. Took some ibuprofen. It's making me feel a little better. We were supposed to get some snow, but it mainly just kind of hailed, and hyper cold. Other than that, it's not bad today. It's typical Seattle-esque weather today. Gloomy as all hell. It's hard to get motivated when it's this gloomy outside, but I'm gonna try to hit it anyways and see what I can find to flip for a profit. So this video might go on a little long. I'm gonna try to continue it from here to when I get in the thrift. So yeah, just stay tuned and I'll show you what and if I find anything. On a quick side note, last year we stopped at a garage sale and I picked up several vintage watches. One was a Wittenauer day date. Another one was a Seiko presidential. It was a 40-year anniversary Boeing watch for like 40 years of service. And then this one, it's a little Seiko. These are going crazy value. Like I sold the Boeing for $175 on eBay. I sold the Wittenauer off my wrist at it was like a pawn / silver shop for $100, which I thought was a good deal. I could have got maybe $150 for it on eBay, but I just didn't want to take the time. So the guy was like, "Hey, that's a nice watch," and I showed him. He's like, "I'll buy it from you right now." I was like, "All right, sold." And then this one that I'm wearing, it's a Seiko, I think it's an SQ quartz, and that one's going for a good price too. Like that one resells for, if it's working, for like $180 on eBay. And so that was a super awesome score. I think I paid $3 or $4 a piece for each of the watches. So that was pretty awesome. And yeah, I was super excited about that. So this truck's being an idiot. So yeah, always look out for watches, the winding ones. People are really getting into like winding watches lately, or anything sort of vintage looking. And yeah, that's where I'll end this for a moment. I'm about to pull into the Goodwill now, so I'll film that as well. Woo! This little dude, why is his arm so big? So I found my very first piece of sterling today. This will be 19 cents. Super nice little spoon.